Okay, so my question is, what was absolutism and who was a good example of an absolute ruler? What did he do that made him a good example? So absolutism is the belief that the ruler doesn't answer to anyone except for God, so he's the absolute ruler. No one else is above him. And a good example of this is Louis the 16th, because he had all of the nobles live with him at Versailles, and they all like fought and argued with each other to try to get on his good side, so that he wouldn't like kill them or just send them away and like make them not nobles anymore. Go.
My question is, what was enlightened absolutism, and who was a good example? What did he or she do that made him or her a good example? Well, enlightened absolutism was the incorporation of absolutism and the new ideas of the Enlightenment era, where power to the people, like it was really just finding that inner righteousness, like the rights of the people and freedoms, and that whole shebang. And then you got absolutism, where you have an absolutist ruler, much like the Queen of Russia, whose name is not known to anybody, and she was an enlightened absolutist ruler. She believed in equal rights and whatnot for the citizens, and she tried to advocate for such things, and ended up not working out for her very well. That's about it.
I
All
stopped. So what caused the French Revolution? The French Revolution was caused because King Louis the 16th brought the people together and tried to vote on like how, because he needed more money. So he brought them together. It was the three estates, and then they each had one vote. And so the first and second estate buddied up together to beat the third, because the third estate was not noble or clergy, because the first estate was the clergy and the second estate was the nobles, and the third estate was like everybody else. So, but a lot of the people in the third estate were now educated and had quite a bit, were kind of wealthy, and so, but they're the only ones who pay taxes. So King Louis was like, well, why don't we just make them pay more taxes? So of course, the clergy and the nobles who already didn't pay taxes were like, yeah, we'll just take more money from them. And of course, the people, the peasants or whatever, they were not happy about it. So then they started the French Revolution. Go.
What happened during the moderate phase of the revolution? Well, the revolution was a time of change, and the moderates were people who saw this change and did not act as much as the radicals would upon it. Now, the moderates were the people who kind of still aligned with the king, but had the interests of the people at mind, and they became the leaders. And so when they were the leaders, they had lots and lots of fun and parties. I mean, they did stuff. They did cool stuff.
Go.
Why did the revolutionaries decide to cut off the king's head? So they decided to cut off the king's head because I was like, because they, I really don't know. They did, because they're violent, and it's part that's in the definition of like a revolutionary, like what that one guy who we studied, who said that revolutionaries are in the stages. That's part of the stage, is like the whole violent stage, and like everybody's like the common people are like coming up and taking over, and it's very violent and bloody and